everyone, Animal Girl here, back with another edition of TV Talk. It's Star Wars Day, and this week's episode of the Clone Wars was The Plan of Dissent. Following the events of the last episode, the clones are beginning to familiarize themselves with Umbra technology, including their aircraft. But when General Krell receives word that he and the 501st are needed to stop a supply ship bringing reinforcements and supplies to the Umbra capital, he decides not to use the ships, even though several of the clones have been practicing with them and are getting better at flying them, leading several clones to make a decision about how they're going to go through with the mission. Okay, things I liked about this episode. I really like that we actually see the clones take initiative. Granted, yes, the clones are not droids. They're not going to do what they're programmed to do. We see this with the droids a lot. The battle droids, when they're in battle, they do what they're programmed to do. They don't really deviate from that course. They don't come up with contingency plans. They don't adapt. They don't think on their feet. They're not really programmed to do that. The clones, in comparison, can, because they're not droids. They actually are living, sentient beings. So, while they are trained and bred to follow orders, they can also think on their feet and make decisions for themselves. We've seen them do this before. And every time we see the clones do this, I really like it because they are portraying themselves not only as sentient beings, which some of the characters in the Clone Wars series do not treat them as, but also as individuals. I think it's very easy for us, the audience, and the characters within the show to see the clones all as one entity, one being, because they are clones. But we do see them showing different personalities. Rex's personality is different from Cody's, which is different from Wolf's, which is different from Gregor's, which is different from Five's, which is different from Echo's. So everyone, all the clones, even though they share the same DNA, the same face, the same physical features, do have different personalities. And as a side note, I'd like to say that I believe D. Bradley Baker, who voiced every single one of the clones within the Clone Wars series, did a wonderful job of portraying each clone differently, and for the recurring characters, remembering the different personalities that he did for each of the individual clones. That could not have been an easy task. Okay, things I didn't like about the episode. Basically, the only thing I didn't like about the episode was the way General Krell treats the clones. Now, we have seen people within Clone Wars treat the clones as if they were nothing more than one step up from a droid. They are easily replaced and just soldiers. We have seen people treat them like that before. Soldiers, citizens, and Jedi. But we've also seen people treat the clones as individuals. We've seen Ahsoka treat the clones as individuals. We've seen Obi-Wan treat the clones as individuals. Anakin treat the clones as individuals, and Yoda treat the clones as individuals. In fact, in the very first episode of Star Wars The Clone Wars, we see Yoda treat the 3 clones with him as individuals. We see Shakti seeing them as individuals as well. And Ayla and Kit and a lot of the reoccurring Jedi seeing them as individuals, as beings that are not carbon copies of the person who supplied the DNA. We've also seen senators such as Padme and Bail Organa treat them as individuals. And representatives like Jar Jar treat them as individuals as well. And citizens, people who are not senators or Jedi Knights or other clones, treat the clones as individuals. We've even seen the clones treat each other as individuals. But General Krell falls into the category, at least in my opinion, as one of the characters who does not see the clones as individuals. When he's first introduced and he first meets Rex and Anakin, when he takes over for Anakin, Anakin tells him that Rex's name is Rex, that is what he calls him. But he, once he takes over, continues to call Rex by his designated number. And he does the same thing with Fives and many of the other clones. He does not call them by the names that they have chosen for themselves, or that they have given each other, or that a Jedi gave them. I do think some of the Jedi actually gave the clones names. I wouldn't quote me on that, but I do think the clones got their names through either choosing one for themselves, the other clones giving them their names, or possibly the Jedi they serve with giving them a name as well. I think there is one of 3 ways a clone gets their names. And Krell doesn't call them by the name that they were either given or chosen. He calls them by their number, which leads me to believe he does not see them as individuals or even as people. Okay, question of the week. We have seen evidence in not only this episode, but also in the other 2 episodes, Darkness on Umbra and the General, that Krell does not seem to like the clones. At least not as much as the other Jedi Knights that we've seen interacting with the clones seem to. So my question for you guys is, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being tolerates and 10 being outright hates, how much do you think General Krell likes the clones? Please leave your answers in the comment section, and also know that I will take a point number answer as well. So, 0.1.5 or 0.5.5 or 6.9 or whatever will be an acceptable answer as well. It just has to fall between 1 and 10. 0 and 11 or above 11 or any negative numbers will not be acceptable. It has to be 1 to 10. So please leave your answers in the comment section. Also, feel free to leave your comments and questions in the comment section as well. I do love to read those. And please like and share this video if you're watching it on Facebook, or like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And feel free to follow me on Wattpad, Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, and DiviantArt. DiviantArt, excuse me. I do have my name for those 5 sites right there on the screen, as well as the pictures I used for the icons. And the links will be in the description section. Well, for those of you watching on YouTube. Also, please note that all pictures seen within this video belong to their respected artists. I own absolutely nothing. Okay, quick reminder on my comment rules. Okay, feel free to check out my related videos. My other TV Talk videos are on Star Wars. My other TV Talk videos. And my other videos. Okay, before I sign off, two things I'd like to touch on. Excuse me. First off, and this is for my YouTube subscribers, please note there will be a dual posting for my TV Talk videos. They will be posted both to my Facebook page and my YouTube channel. If you'd like to check out any of the backlog videos that are not on YouTube, feel free to check them out on my Facebook page. The link will be in the description section. And this one is for my Facebook friends. Please note that all of my older special edition videos are on YouTube. I will be posting the links on Facebook. However, they will be posted for their specific holiday or event. So this means the postings will be very sporadic. I will more than likely go anywhere from a few days to a few weeks to a few months in between the postings. As always, thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you.